Okay, this is kind of quick and dirty, so forgive my mess ups, but Intrepid just announced that Steam Early Access is coming December 11th. That's a month away, and if anything screams confidence in your product, it's this bold statement. The Golden Cohort has loved Ashes from the start, and now the general public gets to jump in and help shape Vera right alongside us. The ball is now rolling, and it's time to enjoy the exciting ride to launch. It's like Intrepid just handed the keys to a muscle car that's still getting tuned in the garage. Sure, it might spit a little smoke at first, but once it hits the open road, it's going to be awesome. Here's the thing. I nearly missed the dev stream because I was geared up for Where Winds Meet launching today in literally 7 minutes as I'm recording this. With over 10 million signups for that free Wuxia fantasy adventure, it's pulling in a massive crowd. But that just means Ashes gets to shine as the perfect follow-up for MMO fans craving deep, player-driven worlds. Think about it. One game's a flashy martial arts spectacle with wire-fu flips and ancient sects. The other's a sprawling sandbox where your choices literally carve mountains and topple empires, or rival guilds. They're not competitors. They're the appetizer and the main course in a feast that's got the whole MMO community salivating. I'm not here to dwell on the past MMO hiccups like PAX Day. Instead, let's dive into what this early access will deliver on the road to launch. According to Steven, they're planning about a year of early access. Looking at the past year's progress, we can look forward to some solid advancements. Remember Alpha 2's early days? Nodes were popping like fireworks on the 4th of July, but half the systems were still sketches on a napkin. Fast forward to now, caravans snake across the map with real stakes, sieges can turn settlements to rubble. Well, they might not have turned that on yet. But at least the economy's starting to feel like a living beast you can actually wrangle, as long as they fix the recipes. But that momentum, it's only accelerating. The second continent might drop as a future expansion, smartly prioritizing foundational systems first, like animal husbandry, freeholds, and more economy tweaks, and then packing the current continent with more content to match the Riverland's depth. The desert anvils and the swamp Jundark, I think it's called, and the sea, turquoise sea, those are all pretty sparse in terms of content. Animal husbandry alone will be a game changer. We can imagine breeding mounts that aren't just stat sticks, but living instruments that pass traits down generations. For freeholds, your personal slice of Vera where you build farms, workshops, and even maybe taverns that players will flock to. And the economy, they're tweaking it so your sword is a commodity that can crash markets or spark trade wars. In the loftiest of dreams anyway. Filling out the continent means biomes bursting with secrets, hidden dungeons in the misty forests, swamps, deserts, all of those things. Ancient ruins guarded by bosses that demand real strategy, and world bosses or events that pull hundreds of players into epic clashes. It's not filler, it's the kind of depth that turns a good MMO into a legend. All of this is on the horizon for early access, and Intrepid's clearly locked in on polishing these core systems to make everything hum at a high level. They're not throwing spaghetti at the wall, they're crafting a symphony. Note by careful note. I hop onto the PTR and the anvils regularly to check the starter area certificate upgrade guys, like at level 10 to see if they're there. And while they're not there, I know Intrepid is still tweaking. This kind of detail shows their commitment, and I'm betting they'll be rock solid and those certificate guys will be in the anvils by Steam launch, hopefully. Little things like seamless onboarding for newbies mean the difference between a player sticking around for years or bouncing after 10 minutes. Intrepid gets that because the current PTR notes mentions destiny paths, and it'll help steer players into a direction whether they want to go combat, gathering, artisanship, or something like that. I'm waiting for my client to finish updating so I can check that out, but I have a D&D thing to get to, and Where Winds Meet starts in 2 minutes. Anyway, the biggest upside, new players are flooding in. Plus, current folks leaving reviews on Steam to spread the word far beyond Reddit and Discord. Sure, every game gets some knocks, but with Intrepid's transparency, those reviews will highlight the potential and pull in even more adventurers. It's word of mouth on steroids. One glowing review about a settlement leveling up event or whatever that changed someone's whole server, and boom, thousands of more players are diving in, or at least one person who read the review. This Steam Early Access is Ash's big public debut, with Intrepid boldly putting their vision out there for everyone to experience. They're earning that first impression with real progress, dev streams that spill the beans, roadmaps that actually deliver, and, sans a few delays, and a community loop where feedback turns into features overnight, or within a week or so. There's tons for artisans to love in Ashes of Creation, like myself. The gathering professions that feel meaningful, crafting trees that will hopefully be deeper than a dungeon crawl, and a marketplace where your handmade gear can make you a server celebrity, if your gear score's high enough. PvP folks will have plenty to chase once endgame ramps up beyond gear farming. Think settlement wars where strategy trumps grind, arenas that test builds and fiery showdowns, and now that you can duel other players, that's even easier, and then a corruption system that adds risk without killing the fun. With corruption tuning on the way, PvE shines too. Balancing thrills without frustration, bosses that evolve based on player actions. I think that's with the Harbinger event. Things will change depending on what players do. World events that reward coordination, and exploration that uncovers lore worthy of theory crafting over for weeks. It's a wait-and-see thrill, but if you're on the PTR like me, you're getting the first glimpses. And I'll be sharing what I can every step to launch, breaking down the wins and the wild moments. In the meantime, I'll be spending much more time in that Wuxia MMO. It's got that graceful combat flow that's like poetry in motion. I'm really looking forward to giving it a try 2 minutes ago. I'm not sure about you, but I'm carving out a solid month in that game before Ashes drops, mastering those aerial combos and sect rivalries. All that said, this is a fantastic announcement from Intrepid. I'm pumped to see it unfold in December. It's a fantastic holiday lineup. 2 killer games on Steam giving MMO players endless adventures amid the turkeys and Christmas trees. It's a gift that keeps on giving, with new updates rolling in like snowflakes. I'll keep you posted on PTR updates so you know exactly what early access might bring. New biomes, system overhauls, whatever changes, I'll try and keep you posted. But I have a game to get to, so that's all for today. You're welcome.